Have you ever been caught in an awkward situation where someone openly disrespected you? Perhaps it was a sharp, sarcastic remark in front of others, or an ill-timed joke that left you feeling belittled and undervalued. In such moments, have you ever paused to wonder, how should I respond to preserve my dignity while earning the respect of those around me, even from individuals who consistently undermine others? If so, you're not alone. These situations are a shared human experience. But here's the empowering truth. You have far more control over how you respond than you might initially believe. In today's video, we'll explore effective strategies and psychological techniques influenced by the enduring principles of Stoic philosophy. These approaches will not only guide you to navigate challenging situations with composure, but also help you build a reputation that commands respect. Stay tuned as we delve into practical ways to transform uncomfortable interactions into opportunities to assert your self-worth. Let's begin by addressing why such situations often arise. Understanding why disrespect happens. More often than not, when someone disrespects you, it isn't rooted in hatred or personal grudges. Instead, it's often a reflection of opportunistic behavior. Some individuals try to elevate their own status by diminishing others, believing that making you appear weak or uncomfortable somehow enhances their image. This behavior is common, not just in professional settings, but also in social circles and even within family dynamics. Stoic philosophy offers profound wisdom in such scenarios. Respect, as Marcus Aurelius reminds us, is not something you demand or impose. It stems from how you carry yourself. Respect is cultivated through your actions, your demeanor, and your boundaries, not by retaliation or coercion. He famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." In moments of disrespect, your calm demeanor and quiet confidence become your greatest assets. While handling such situations gracefully is important, the broader goal is to foster an environment where others naturally respect you. This brings us to the crux of today's discussion. How can we apply Stoic principles to our everyday lives to handle disrespect with grace and strength? Let's dive into these actionable tips. Tip 1. First impressions shape perceptions. First impressions are crucial. They lay the foundation for how others view you. Interestingly, what people notice most isn't always your words, but your overall demeanor. Imagine attending a networking event. Someone approaches, offering a handshake. You remain seated, barely glancing at their hand before shaking it. Unintentionally, you've signaled disinterest or a lack of confidence. Small gestures like these leave a lasting impact. The Stoics deeply understood this concept. Simple acts like standing up and making eye contact during greetings are more than just etiquette. They are powerful expressions of self-respect and awareness. These small gestures communicate mutual respect and readiness, aligning with the Stoic belief that your behavior reflects your values. Consider this story. At a professional seminar, one participant stood out. Whether greeting a CEO or thanking a server for refilling his coffee, he always stood, made eye contact, and engaged sincerely. His actions weren't flashy, but they radiated confidence, earning him widespread respect. Conversely, another attendee, despite being equally capable, remained seated during introductions. Unintentionally, he created a barrier, limiting how seriously others took him. The takeaway? Rising to greet someone isn't just polite. It's a reflection of how you value yourself and others. It's a Stoic approach to maximizing what you can control, your behavior and presence. From now on, strive to bring this level of attentiveness into everyday encounters, whether in the workplace, a cafe, or a virtual meeting. Step-by-step guide. Be attentive. When meeting someone, set aside distractions and focus entirely on the interaction. Stand up for greetings. Rising to shake someone's hand conveys respect and equality. Make eye contact. A warm gaze and a confident smile project openness and self-assurance. Practice daily. Whether at work, in a cafe, or during virtual meetings, Use these habits consistently. Tip 2. Handle interruptions with a calm gaze. Being interrupted during a conversation can feel frustrating and disrespectful, especially in public. When someone cuts you off mid-sentence, the instinctive reaction is often anger or a sharp retort. But such responses can escalate tensions, leaving you feeling flustered. Here's where Stoicism offers a better approach. Control your reaction. Instead of retaliating, pause and meet the interrupter's gaze with calm, unwavering focus. This nonverbal cue communicates, more powerfully than words, that their behavior is unwelcome. The silence often compels them to reflect on their actions, without you needing to say a word. For example, during a family dinner, I was interrupted while sharing a story. Initially, I felt irritated, but instead of responding impulsively, I stopped and looked at the interrupter calmly. The brief pause was enough to make them aware of their rudeness. They apologized, and I resumed my point, without any awkwardness. This technique works especially well in group settings, where staying composed draws positive attention. Use your actions, not anger, to convey your message. When interruptions occur, hold your gaze, remain calm, and resume speaking with confidence. This approach not only asserts your boundaries, but also garners respect. Step-by-step guide. Pause and compose yourself. When interrupted, take a deep breath to collect your thoughts. Fix a steady gaze. Look directly at the interrupter with calm, focused eyes. Your silence conveys authority. Reclaim your space. Once they pause, say confidently, "As I was saying," to steer the conversation back to your point. Stay respectful. Avoid sarcastic or angry remarks, as these can escalate the situation. This method not only asserts your boundaries, but also earns you respect for handling the moment with poise. Tip 3. Respond to jokes. With poise, when someone makes a joke at your expense in a group, it can feel humiliating. However, your response determines whether you leave the situation feeling empowered or belittled. Instead of retaliating, consider using a subtle, Stoic-inspired tactic. Ask the person to repeat the joke. Once, a friend attempted to mock me in a group setting by retelling an embarrassing story. Initially, I felt the sting of humiliation, but instead of reacting defensively, I smiled and calmly asked them to repeat it. Their attempt fell flat, as the humor diminished upon repetition, shifting the group's focus back to their inappropriate behavior. This strategy doesn't just diffuse tension, it highlights your self-assurance. By refusing to let the joke affect you, you project resilience and strength, embodying the core Stoic principle of maintaining control over your reactions. Step-by-step guide. Stay neutral. Resist any visible reaction, no nervous laughter or defensive retorts. Calmly ask for repetition. Say, "I didn't quite hear that. Can you repeat it?" This often diminishes the joke's impact. Let silence work. The awkwardness of repeating the joke shifts the focus to their behavior. Redirect the energy. Change the conversation topic to something neutral or positive. Exude confidence. Keep a composed demeanor to show you are unshaken. This approach highlights your resilience and subtly calls out the inappropriateness of their behavior. Tip 4. Redirect provocation with grace. In situations where someone tries to provoke you, one of the most effective strategies is to redirect the conversation entirely. For instance, if a relative makes a cutting remark about your career during a gathering, instead of defending yourself, pause and ask an unrelated question like, "Does anyone know a good bakery nearby?" This unexpected shift disrupts the provocateur's agenda, diffuses the tension, and reclaims control over the interaction. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what you can control, in this case, your response, while refusing to engage with negativity. Step-by-step guide, pause before responding, give yourself a moment to think, rather than reacting emotionally. Ask an unrelated question. Say something like, "Does anyone know a good bakery nearby?" This disrupts the negative energy. Shift the focus. The unexpected question derails their attempt to provoke you. Maintain your composure. Stay calm and confident, signaling that their remark hasn't affected you. This tactic not only diffuses the tension but also allows you to maintain control over the situation. Tip 5. Walk away when necessary sometimes. The most dignified response to disrespect is to walk away. Leaving a situation where your value isn't recognized isn't a sign of weakness. It's a declaration of self-worth. A friend once left a toxic workplace where her contributions were constantly dismissed. Her departure wasn't dramatic, but it was resolute. She chose to invest her energy in an environment that respected her abilities, and her career flourished. Walking away reinforces a powerful Stoic lesson. You can't control others, but you can control where you direct your efforts. It's a quiet yet impactful way to protect your peace and integrity. Step-by-step guide. Evaluate the situation. If repeated disrespect persists, ask yourself, is staying worth my time and energy? Make a calm exit. Say something simple yet firm, like, I think it's best I step away for now. Avoid drama. Invest in better spaces. Focus your energy on environments where you are valued and respected. Reflect and reset. Use this decision as an affirmation of your self-worth. A friend once left a toxic workplace where her efforts were constantly dismissed. Her decision wasn't rash, but resolute. She later thrived in a new role where her contributions were appreciated, proving that walking away can be a transformative act of self-respect. By implementing these Stoic principles, you can handle disrespect gracefully while affirming your self-worth. Let your actions speak louder than words. And remember, true respect is earned through composure, not confrontation. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your experiences in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more empowering insights. Your support helps this community thrive as we navigate the art of turning challenges into opportunities. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next video.